World News and Events COVID-19 on June 02. Note, this is a collaborative video made between at Travel for All Vantage and Knowledge of Coronavirus channel. Please respectfully welcome everyone. The following is the remarkable news most on June 02 as follows. 1. American News. From CNN, on Monday, June 1, 2020, federal authorities have charged an Illinois man for civil disorder, carrying on a riot and possession of unregistered destructive devices associated with recent clashes between violent protesters and police in Minneapolis. In videos allegedly posted to his Facebook account on May 29, Matthew Lee Rupert, 28, was seen passing out explosive devices to other rioters and encouraged them to throw the devices at law enforcement officers, according to the criminal complaint released Monday. Many chain stores in the United States were forced to temporarily close due to fear of foul-ups and sabotage from protests against the death of black citizen George Floyd. The Tech Times reported a foul and vandalism involving Apple stores was recorded in Portland, Philadelphia, Brooklyn, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Charleston, Washington, D.C., San Francisco and Scottsdale. Previously, due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, Apple had to close stores and only reopened more than 100 of the 271 stores in the U.S. recently. Protests until now following the death of black man George Floyd have erupted in cities across the U.S., in which a number of states must mobilize the National Guard. 2. COVID-19 news worldwide. As of 6 p.m. on June 2, according to the Worldometer statistics page, an epidemic of COVID-19 respiratory tract infection caused by COVID-19 has claimed the lives of 376,826 people out of 6,355,888 cases worldwide. Gender. There are 6 countries that recorded COVID-19 cases, with 200,000 cases or more, of which the U.S. leads in the number of infected and fatal, respectively 1,857,865 and 106,886. Brazil ranked second in the world, with 525,307 cases, including 29,777 deaths. Russia ranked third, with 414,878 cases and 4,855 deaths. Spain ranked fourth, with 286,718 cases, including 27,127 deaths. He ranked fifth in the top countries, with high number of cases, with 276,332 cases, including 39,045 deaths, the second highest in the world after the U.S. Italy closed the list of national top 6, with 233,197 cases, including 33,475 deaths. Notably, the number of newly confirmed cases in Italy is the lowest daily increase since the end of the month. 3. Indian news. India has recorded 198,370 people with COVID-19, including 5,608 deaths and 95,754 recovering. The ANI website reported on June 1 that the Delhi Disaster Management Authority, DDMA, on the same day, asked the districts to prepare a plan for the worst situation of the COVID-19 epidemic. DDMA senior official Rajesh Goyal said that, given the increasing number of SARS-CoV-2 patients in Delhi, the government was forced to plan ahead. At DDMA's request, counties need to increase the number of patient beds, preferably in large multi-purpose rooms, halls, or indoor stadiums, and identify more cremation or burial sites for deceased patients. Counties must report to the Delhi government for the preparation plan by 3 p.m. June 3. 4. Vietnam news. In Vietnam, up to 7 a.m. on June 2, a total of 328 people with COVID-19, of which 293 patients were declared cured. Of the remaining 35 patients being treated at health facilities across the country, there were 17 patients who had tested negative for COVID-19 from one time or more. So far, 47 days in Vietnam have not recorded new cases in the community. 5. Singapore news. Singapore has a coronavirus infection, but the source of infection is unknown. The Straits Times reported that Singapore had 2 more cases of coronavirus infection, bringing the total number of cases here to 30. 1 in 2 new cases has been exposed to a previously confirmed case of virus infection. However, the remaining case did not have a history of going to mainland China and was not related to past cases. 6 Egyptian news. On June 1, the Egyptian Ministry of Health announced a record of 1,399 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the total number of 19 cases of active infections to 26,384 people. The total number of COVID-19 patients who died in Egypt was up to 1,005, after 46 more deaths were recorded on June 1. Besides, Egypt also had an additional 410 COVID-19 patients cured and allowed to leave the hospital, bringing the total number of successfully treated cases to 6,297. Egypt is likely to still face an increase in new cases over the next 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Aram newspaper quoted Khaled Abdel Gaffar's Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research saying that, according to a hypothetical scenario of the Egyptian government, the number of COVID-19 cases could be up to 100,000 people or even 1 million people in the future. 7. Chinese news. Reuters news agency quoted the announcement of Hubei Provincial Health Agency confirmed only 70 people died on February 5. 8 Latin American and Caribbean news. On June 1, UN Secretary General Stefan Dujarric warned that COVID-19 cases in Latin America and the Caribbean exceeded the daily records in the US and Europe, becoming the new focus of the COVID-19 pandemic, and at the same time, called for support in this area in the fight against the disease. Mr. Dujarric stated that Venezuela, Colombia, Haiti and Guatemala are among the countries that need to receive support in areas such as epidemiological hygiene, water supply and food. On the same day, WHO also called for special support for Latin America in the context that the 4 countries with the highest number of daily COVID-19 cases in the world now fall into this area, including Brazil, Peru, Chile and Mexico. WHO officials also stated that, although the numbers have not increased exponentially, there has been a rapid increase in cases in Argentina, Colombia and Bolivia, and there are 7 special concerns for the situation in countries with weak health systems like Haiti. In addition, the complex social context is more serious than the medical emergencies in Latin American countries, such as poverty in most countries in the region. According to national health statistics, Latin America has recorded cases of more than 1 million people, accounting for 1/6 of the world's cases, of which 50% are concentrated in Brazil. 9. Hong Kong news. Hong Kong has 2 more new cases, isolating all people from the mainland. Hong Kong has just had 2 more cases of coronavirus, bringing the total number of cases to 24. 2 patients said they have not traveled recently and are in quarantine and treatment. South China Morning Post. Hong Kong's RTHK also said the special government will apply from February 8 to a 2-week tracking isolation for all passengers, including Hong Kong residents and foreigners from the mainland. 10. Korean news. South Korea was alert for coronavirus infection after testing negative. South Korean health officials have called for more attention to suspected cases of coronavirus infection after a 41-year-old woman from the country was infected with a coronavirus despite having previously tested negative. This person is a relative of the 15th Korean coronavirus infection who came to Wuhan last month and was confirmed positive for coronavirus on Sunday. The new female patient was examined after she began to feel unwell and isolated. New developments make the Korean government worried about expert warnings that coronavirus can spread when there are no symptoms or only mild symptoms such as back pain, headache. Our newsletter is now over. Thank you for always watching and supporting our videos. Knowledge of coronavirus, channel and travel for all fanpage respectfully, and see you in the next video.